Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Gashi Skyman. A number of presidential candidates have been mentioned to be the front runners. People have been talking about Matiang'I as the front runner, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Gachagua has been mentioned, and Maraga has been mentioned, including the current holder of the office, William Samoei Ruto. But there is one man that has been underrated. There is one man who stood the best chance of defeating William Samoei Ruto in the morning. There is one man who can have William Samoei Ruto for breakfast if the opposition unites against him. The man is none other than George NATEMBEYA, the Tranzoia Governor. I've been following the Tranzoia Governor. I've been watching him. I have been watching his every move. And this is one person whose star is very, very bright. This is one person who is going to lead this nation one day. A number of people have been saying that he is best suited to be Fred Matiangi's running mate, or whoever, whether Kalonzo or whoever. But the truth of the matter, George NATEMBEYA is the most popular politician in the Mulebe nation. George NATEMBEYA is the man to watch. George NATEMBEYA is the man who have sent William Samoei Ruto, Mudavadi, Wetangula, Musalia Mudavadi, all those guys from Western on the back to the drawing board. This is a man that has been actually been accused of some issues here and there. In fact, was barred from going to office for, I don't know, 60 days or 19 days. Maybe you can remind us. But this is a man who can actually win the presidency. Why am I saying this? That George NATEMBEYA would be the best compromise candidate. Number one, in my view, is because of the Mulebe nation. Whoever will win the Mulebe nation will carry the day. Whoever will win the Mulebe nation will be the next president. Raila Odinga lost the presidency because of the Mulebe nation. When Moses Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi crossed over to William Samoei Ruto, that is the day Raila Odinga lost the presidency. That is the truth of the matter. And that is why you saw even the IBC was able even to postpone elections in some counties in the West Mulebe nation. The truth of the matter is that the Tranzoia Governor is now the person who is controlling the Mulebe nation. With the Mulebe nation, the Luhya nation, being the second largest group, the second largest voting bloc after the Gemba nation, you agree with me that if the opposition can agree to go or identify or zero in on George NATEMBEYA, I'm telling you, things would be very, very difficult for the current regime. The Mulebe nation has the numbers. That is the truth of the number. Number two, this is a man who is very much experienced as far as statecraft is concerned. This is one person who has been in government for so long. This is one person who has been in the administration, provincial administration for long. This is one person who understands the common mwananchi. This is a man who actually has the touch of the common mwananchi. Because one thing that is lacking with a number of presidential candidates is that they don't have proper touch with the common mwananchi. The rapport, they don't have that good rapport with the voters. George NATEMBEYA, with his tower movement, is somebody who is going to win that position in the morning. George NATEMBEYA understands very clearly the running of the government. He has the experience. The other thing is that I'm looking at the energy. You know, energy, truth be told, is very, very important when it comes to politics. One of the reasons why Raila Odinga is not going to contest the 2023 general elections is because he doesn't have the energy. He has lost the energy. If you look at Raila, the way he's walking today, you agree with me that age has caught up with him. You agree with me that he cannot actually be able to run the vigorous presidential election. One of the reasons why William Samoei Ruto was able to win the presidency is because of his fitness. The guy is fit, truth be told. William Samoei Ruto is fit. And he could be able to traverse even 3 counties in a day. I remember there was a time he held 13 meetings in a day, in a single day. So George Natembea is that kind of a person. And I doubt if somebody like David Maraga can hold 5 meetings in a day. I doubt. So when it comes to energy, when it comes to fitness, this man has it. Look at the way he rolls. His voice rolls like a lion. One of the undoings of Kithure Kindiki is his voice. Kenyans prefer leaders who rolls like a lion. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta would roll like a lion. And that's why you see a number of times Jomo Kenyatta would also roar like a lion. Daniel Toroitich would roar like a lion. Mwai Kibaki would roar like a lion. Kindiki has been unable to roar like a lion. William Samoei Ruto has been rolling also. And when you look at George Natembea, you see a president. When you look at George Natembea, you see a person with, a leader must have a voice. Truth be told. You must have a voice as a leader because you need to convince the people. People need to listen to you. The other reason why I strongly believe that George Natembea is the best bet, he has a goodwill. He has a goodwill of almost everybody. And that's why almost everybody is saying that he should be a running mate. Why should he be a running mate when he can be the president? Why should be? Because, truth be told, I want you to compare George Natembea umweke pale na Omutata pale, weka Maraga pale. Who can attract huge crowd? Tuseme sasa anaongea pale, watu hawajaitwa mkutano, lakini Natembea atokee pale. Ni nani ambaye watu wataenda kumsikiliza? I think it is George Natembea. So this man has the goodwill, and that goodwill is very, very important, because one of the things that has been hurting Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is the goodwill. But now Kalonzo also has the goodwill. But in the past, it looked like people had the perception on the ground was that Kalonzo hajaiva, Kalonzo is a watermelon, what. And George Natembea is not suffering from this. It has taken Kalonzo a lot of time. It has taken Raila Amolo Odinga to betray Kenyans so that Kalonzo can rise up. Because we look at somebody like Raila Amolo Odinga and William Samoei Ruto, they don't have the goodwill of the people. George Natembea has the goodwill. The other thing is that this man is very brave. Brave indeed. Kenyans like brave leaders. Kenyans like people who talk truth to the power. One of the reasons why William Samoei Ruto could attract a huge following in 2022 is because he would actually confront Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta head on. One of the reasons why Rigathi Gachagua has been attracting a lot of attention is because he is able to face William Samoei Ruto head on. It is because Rigathi Gachagua is brave also. Kenyans like brave leaders. And the other thing, in my view, when I look at this man, he is a unifying factor. He is likely to unify the Gen Z and the older guards. He's likely to unite all the tribes. Look at his age. Look at the way he operates. The man is equal to the task. The big question is, can the opposition unite behind George Natembea? Let me ask you, if the opposition decide to give us George Natembea and they tell us, here comes the man, here comes the next president, and his name is on the ballot, William Ruto is there, George Natembea is there, whom would you vote for? Kindly vote, like the video, share, leave a comment, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.